I'd say just be like persistent. Like if you want to do something, like just contact them and do it.
Yeah.
And like if they say no, contact someone else, and you don't know where it can get you.
Oh, we're all falling apart. All falling apart. That's staying in there, by the way. That's staying in the video. Oh, okay.
Okay, so just a quick note before the episode starts. Me and my guests were actually talking for quite a long time, to the point where the cameras started dying one by one. So half of the show, there's pretty much just footage of me, and then near to the end, the cameras basically gave up, and the rest of the show is basically just audio. But there's really good content in there and some really good advice given by my guest. So I hope you guys can still enjoy the episode, and yeah, let's get on with the show.
Hello people and welcome to the Real Talk Show. I'm here again with another guest. I am here with a good friend of mine, Megan. Hello Megan, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm alright. I am excited to have you today.
I'm excited to be here.
Because we've worked together on a lot of projects.
We have.
And yeah, I think I'm most excited because with this whole show, obviously I've explained it before, it's about getting creatives to like tell their stories and their journeys so far. And I know, like, you've done a lot of work. I have noticed it, in a way.
In a way.
Yeah, no. So I won't spoil it too much, but I'll let you talk about your stuff. But obviously, yeah, I've seen some of the stuff that you made, the stuff that you share. So I'll let you introduce to the people who you are and what you do creatively.
Okay, so I'm Megan. I'm an aspiring producer, but I started off wanting to be a spark, so doing lighting.
Get comfortable.
Get
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, at the minute I just do like mostly audio platforms like radio, podcasts, audio dramas, and I produce them with other creatives, which I've done with James.
She has.
We've done radio together. We've done just radio together.
Just radio, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a audio story
Yeah.
thing
Next week.
next week. Yeah. Excited for that.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So I was saying, a little yeah. Yeah. So I was saying, I've noticed some of the stuff you do because you used to do, well, I don't know whether you still do, but you did a couple film projects as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So when I wanted to do lighting, I did. What did I do? I did 3 short films. So I did 2 with my brother because he does film, and he did it at Portsmouth Uni. So I went down to Portsmouth and did it with his group for their graduation project.
Nice.
It was just this short film about like, it was called Bratcha. It was about this Polish boy that had come over in the 1980s, I want to say. And he was just like a bit of an outcast, and then in the end he got on really well with the boys. And then there was a second called Bratcha High and Dry, where the boys went to like an acid rave, you know, like the 1980s acid rave.
Yeah.
Just did that as well. That was fun. And then I did it was about what's that game? Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons, yeah.
Like the little roll the dice game.
Yeah.
And it's on like the online. I don't know anything about it. On the computer or whatever.
Yeah.
And I did it with this group that used to study at Lincoln. So I went to, I think it was just like a bit of like a manor house type vibe down like 20 minutes away, and did that for a week, which was quite fun as well.
Nice.
Completely like just random people, so that was quite good because the people I did Bratcha with, like I knew them because they're friends of my brother, so it was nice to do that as well. And then in A-levels I did my own short film.
Oh, nice.
That I sort of did everything for.
Nice.
Yeah, because I didn't know any friends.
Oh my god, yeah, still don't. But you know, it's still moving.
I still don't.
Still moving. But I mean, like, what kind of got you into it? Like, where did it all kind of stem from?
It was I'd say properly when I was like younger.
Yeah.
Because I was in year 5. Me and my brothers used to do like stop animation with Lego.
A lot of people have been saying that. I've never done it.
Never.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I never got to do that.
I feel like every kid did it.
Yeah.
Like, if you had Lego, you had a camera or like a phone or whatever.
Yeah.
Because did you ever have the Lego movies? Like,
Yeah.
that thing?
Yeah.
That was like, but this was like before that, I want to say. Yeah, we did that, and then there was we did one about a man that growed bananas. So we did that one, and then a competition came out.
Yeah.
Of you had to make a video of like a drink driving like prevention video, of, like why people shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So then me and my brothers entered it with like this stop Lego movie of like this guy, and he was like drinking in a pub. He was obviously a Lego man, right? He was drinking in a pub. He got in his car. He ran over a bunch of Lego children. And then it was like, don't drink and drive.
It's pretty dark. Yeah.
And we won it.
Nice.
And it got like, I don't really know what happened with it. I think it got like published because it was like for a county council thing. And then it went to the county council, and we won an iPad, like an iPad Mini. It was, like, brand new.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, I don't use it though because it's a bit old.
Yeah. Fair.
I got put on the WOW board at school for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I was like, I think this is me now. And then my brother did film at Portsmouth Uni, and he always used to sort of like, I sort of didn't have a choice really. He like dragged me into it, so he'd be like, because he'd be like practicing like lighting and all of that stuff for his course. So he'd be like, he'd come home and be like, right, Megan, you need to sit down here for 4 hours. And he'd just like take photos of me and stuff like that. And he used to give you like little short scripts. So I kind of, but this is the thing, I sort of like loved it. Yeah. Because when I started, I was like, I just know I'm going to end up doing this now, but I enjoyed it so much. I was like, there's not actually a problem with that.
So would you say like, because obviously you mentioned your brother quite a bit, like he's the one who kind of got you into it. I reckon there's, because a lot of the people I've been speaking to, they've said that a lot of the time it's not always their first idea to do like creative stuff.
Yeah.
It's always like, I don't want to say not forced, but like you kind of end up doing it and then you grow to love it, kind of thing.
I feel like it's never, because it's like such like a difficult industry, I feel like, to get into and stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
And sort of like, if you want to be really good at it, you've got to do it in like your own time. And then to do that, you've got to have like the facilities, which often requires money. So it's like, no one chooses it as like their first option, but I feel like most people I know someone that did it, had to help them out with a project, and then was like, actually I enjoy this, and then did it. Because I wanted to be like, I've had like every job I've wanted to do. I wanted to be like a forensic scientist, vet, like anything other than media. Now look at me.
When was it always the idea to end up getting into media production for uni? So like, at what point did you like, this is what I'm going to do for uni?
I think because I did it at GCSEs, but I feel like everyone that did like film or like media and stuff at GCSE, it was kind of like, but like engineering, people just did it because it was like a bit of fun, and it was like a degree where it was like, not a degree, GCSE, where you didn't have to like take it so seriously. So I think I sort of fell into that. And then I did a short film for that, and I got 4 marks. Nice. So I was like, well, I'm obviously like, okay.
I'm obviously so good.
I'm obviously like, this is what I'm destined for. And then, because this way, I'm not good at essays or anything like that.
Yeah, neither.
But I was getting like really good marks in them as well. Not to toot my own horn, but I was getting like.
You've done it already. Way too much today. Yeah, continue.
And then I did it for, and then then my brother went to uni, so I started helping him, and then I did it for A levels, and then again, I think it was honestly just because I was good at it, because it was like I wanted to do forensic science. I was awful at science.
Fair.
I was like scraping floors in science. So then when I went and I was getting like A's and stuff for film, it was like, I'm actually good at this. Like, why not?
Yeah.
play to my strengths, and then I was just like, I quite enjoyed like the creative freedom of it, because you can create something that's like a specific brief and like educational, but you can also just create something just for the sake of it, just for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
So quite like the like adaptability of like creative platforms.
Very nice. Well, you're talking about the WoW board and how you got added to your WoW board. So today we're gonna add you to our little board behind us as well. Yeah, you're getting added. So obviously I asked for a little photo of anything that you've kind of done, and you sent us this way.
It is.
This is a lovely photo. So do you want to explain what's going on in the photo? Where was this?
Because that was actually my A-level film, which I did. So we had to like do groups in A-levels, but no one else. Because you could either make a script, so you could either do like, I think you had to do like a 30-page script or something, or you could make like, I think it was a 5 or 10 minute short film.
Okay.
And I was like, script writing is not to me. So I did that. But then I was the only person that did it. So I couldn't make a group at uni. So I messaged my brother and was like, getting all confused. In sixth form.
Yeah, sixth form, yeah.
So I messaged my brother at uni and was just like, is there any way like I can use your equipment, come down and do it? So I sort of worked with my brother on it, but it had to be like really tedious with what he actually helped with, because otherwise it wouldn't have been like valid for my A-levels. So I sort of ended up doing it all myself. So that was it. That was on the set. So it was set in one room, but the room got set dressed differently.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's basically, this boy here, he's in the 1980s again. It's famed with clean like the 80s.
She loved the 80s, yeah.
Little American boy. He's a bit of a teenager, and he gets stuck. Well, no. So basically, it's really weird because it starts with him, but the story is basically this guy's stuck in a zombie apocalypse, and he's been stuck in his room, and he's like counting down the days. He has like zombies like breaking into his room and stuff.
Cool.
And like this is the flashback of his younger self.
Oh, okay.
And basically in the end he like got confused about what his dream was and what his reality was, and his mate was outside being like, oh, do you want to come play baseball? So he left and then got killed by the zombies.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so that was on the set for that. Yeah.
Where is this movie? I want to watch it. That sounds like Is it?
Yeah.
I shall
But
go and
it's
watch
not
it.
on like, no, you click on like the photos, because it's doing like aesthetically. It's not on there. You have to click on the video section.
Okay. I shall watch this.
Watching it back's quite embarrassing though.
Yeah.
But this is the thing though, because I think it's really embarrassing, but people have told me like it's quite good.
Well, I'll be the judge of that once I watch it. But it's really interesting hearing you speak about like your journey so far, because it what we haven't spoken about yet on the show, I don't think, is the power of connections, especially in like the creative industry, and how it's like really important to to know people and kind of get called in. I think obviously it's a little bit easier because obviously your brothers started in it, but what kind of advice would you give for people who want to get into the creative industry but might not have the connections, or looking for people to connect with?
The thing is, it genuinely is. Like, I feel like everybody says it and it's so like cliche or whatever, but I feel like a lot of it is like who you know, not what you know, because you need to like know people. And I've sort of like learned it secondhand through my brother, because he's now like graduated uni, is actually like in the industry, doing like Netflix films and stuff. So it's like, even from him, you need to know the people first to then show off your skill. So I'd just say like generally just nag people. So like start up like Instagrams, LinkedIn's and stuff like that, which I thought LinkedIn wasn't that useful for like creatives,
Neither
but it
did I.
actually really is.
I really like. I find myself checking LinkedIn like every day. I'm like, oh, like what's
Every day
going
I
on?
use it, and then like, let's say if you go to like school or uni or whatever, like try and contact people that are like doing drama and stuff, because if they get on a production, even if they're doing like that acting and you're doing like, I don't know, say sound, is still in the same. They still, if they know someone, then you can get to know the person. So I just say, just reach out to people and like nag them, like ask for work experience, because like the way my brother got his first job was he did work experience at Twickenham Studios in London, and he messaged them. And he must have been like 17, and they were like, no, sorry, we can't because you're not 18. He messaged them again when he was 18, and they were like, oh no, sorry, we haven't got anything on at the minute. And then he messaged them again, and it's like, you don't want to be a beg, but it worked.
Sometimes it pays off, yeah.
And like the reason they finally said yes to him was like he was persistent. Just like obviously some people are like, oh, that's annoying, like you won't leave us alone, like no means no kind of thing. Yeah. But like,
for some people, you look for that, yeah.
He was like, they were like, he's persistent. He obviously actually wants to, like, go somewhere.
And they want, obviously, someone who's gonna want to give everything and give their effort to their projects and stuff. So, yeah.
So I'd say just be like persistent. Like, if you want to do something, like, just contact them and do it. And like, if they say no, contact someone else, and you don't know where it can get you.
Yeah.
So it's this social media, like, even if you're not into like social media will help you be able to be good on social media. So it's so good to like just practice with social media through that networking, really.
Yeah.
So,
very nice. Very good advice. Appreciate that. I think a lot of people appreciate that.
I'm glad.
Very nice. Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to our game/creative challenge section. Right. So, don't be, because I reckon might have the easiest out. I reckon you might.
Then I get like the worst score.
No, it's not. It's not. Because this is the thing. This isn't about scores. This is just your own opinion.
Oh, okay.
So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a blind ranking.
Yeah.
Before, do you remember the films that you sent me?
Yeah, I remember a few of them.
And in general, what are your kind of thoughts of those films? Are they like your favourite films? Are they like ones you really enjoyed? Are they...
I gave a bit of a selection.
Okay.
Because I thought... Because as well, you probably were looking at them like none of them interlinked, so it wasn't like... They weren't all like the same genre or the same style.
They were all very, very different.
I thought make it interesting because I didn't know what I was doing with the films.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to regret that.
So we're going to do a 1 to 5 blind ranking. So I've picked 5 out of the few that you sent me, and I'm not going to tell you which one comes next, but you're just going to put them in a space from 1 to 5, 5 being the worst, 1 being the best. So the first film that you need to put in your ranking is Shrek.
I knew you were going to start with Shrek.
I'm interested in this one.
I'm going to go 3. Do you want my reasoning now?
Dead in the middle. Okay. What's your thought process of putting out 3?
Because Shrek's like... Shrek and Cars as well. I don't know if I sent you Cars. I think I chose one or the other. But they're like my comfort film. So if I'm ever ill, I'm watching Shrek.
Okay.
Like the other day I had, you know, that fever, that thing that's going around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Like,
I think I might have it too.
I stayed in bed for a whole day and just watched all 3 Shreks back to back.
Yeah, first.
And you can't go wrong with it. Good for all ages.
Yeah, it is. It is. What do you think about the new one coming out?
It looks
Silence
awful.
is so deafening.
It does look
The silence is deafening.
Shrek, that's not Shrek. Although, have you seen that thing that's like, it's like everyone's raving about this new Shrek, but you should have seen what the creator of the story's idea for Shrek was. And it was like the most horrendous beast in the world.
Oh no. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that.
Him to be like friendly.
Oh dear. Well,
And now they've made him.
I'll have a look at that too. Sure. I haven't seen that. But your next movie is gonna be... We're gonna go completely opposite. The Impossible. It's a good film, that.
See, this is the problem.
Okay.
I think I've stitched myself up.
Why?
Because I've sent like films that I enjoy as just like films, And then I've sent films that are like created so well, and like are just so like creatively great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
So it's like Shrek's my comfort film, but I'm gonna have to push one, two.
Above Shrek.
But
Okay.
only leaves me one.
Interesting. Yeah.
I've got one. I'm saving one for something, but if it doesn't come up, then
Yeah, you could like completely.
yeah.
Okay. So you've got Impossible 2, Shrek 3. You wanna go La La Land?
Oh,
It's a good film, though. I do like La La Land. La La Land's great.
okay. Oh, I'm gonna put it at 5 because I've already mixed this up. I'm gonna put it at 5 because I had to study it for A levels, and the first time I watched it, I loved it, and like as I studied it, I loved it more. But I've watched it so much that it's
So
like,
it's.
I don't know if I'd ever just stick it on now without looking at it and being like, oh, did you see they did this because of this?
Yeah. Yeah.
It hasn't ruined it for me. I still love it.
Mm-hmm. It is a good film. I do like that film. Okay, we've got 2 more. So you got The Impossible, Shrek, La La Land. La La Land being 5. We'll go Wally.
What?
Wally? It's Wally, no? Wally. That's what he says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the movie, yeah.
No one calls it Wally.
What did they call
Wally.
it? No,
It's Wally.
that's Where's Wally. Those are 2 different characters. Nah,
No, it's not.
no.
It's Wally. Who wants to watch Wally?
Everyone will watch Wally.
What? You'd
His
actually
na-
say Wally?
His name is Wally.
No, that's just his accent. He goes,
Yeah.
Wally.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah.
Okay. Wally.
Yeah.
Should go. Sure.
So you got 4 or 1 left? 4.
I would have put that.
You would have.
But it is so good, and it's actually when you look at like the deep meaning of it, it's crazy. I know.
I'm gonna be real. Yeah, I'll be real. Keep it real.
Oh, you had like Wally on the wall. I was about to get excited.
I keep doing that a lot. Like if I say I'm gonna be real, I'm about that real. I don't think I've ever paid attention to Wally. I'm not a big fan of that movie, and I know a lot of people are, and I might get a lot of stick for it, but
You will get a lot of stick.
I'm not a massive fan of that movie. I think I've only like watched it like once, and I didn't pay attention to it. But like maybe a few times, I still didn't pay attention. I don't know what happens in it. Anyway, we'll move on
That's
before
cool. That's actually really
I dig myself. Okay, so
I can't believe that.
well, this is your last movie, and it is gonna go first, because that's the only number you've got there.
Yeah, because I've saved it.
Yeah. So the number, the number, the film that you're putting first is Barbie.
The hell? No, I'm not.
Well, yeah, that's where you use. That's where it is. So tell us, what is so good about Barbie, and why is it number 1
It's
for you?
not that good. It's not. I don't like it.
Well, that's your list. So you got Barbie, The Impossible, Shrek, Wall-E, and
I look like a raging feminist.
and La La Land. Yeah. Well. Okay, I will let you put things in. So where would you put Barbie? I'm assuming 5, because of your reaction.
It was so overhyped,
Yeah.
and like the marketing for the film was so much better than the film.
Yeah.
Although Margot Robbie did act well, Ryan Gosling acted well. Will Ferrell, what is that name?
Oh, we're all falling apart. All falling apart. That's staying in there, by the way. That's staying in the video. Oh, okay.
Imagine if the whole thing fell.
That's staying in the video. Anyway,
Keep it in, clip it.
we'll leave that. We'll leave that there.
It's not getting very real anymore.
No,
is
it's
it?
not.
Clearly likes Barbie.
The show's not real.
You know, Will Ferrell was his name, curly haired guy that's in Elle.
Will Ferrell, yeah.
Yeah, don't like him at all.
I'm
Right,
not a fan of him either, to be
So
fair.
5. Okay, so I'd go The Impossible 1,
Uh-huh.
Shrek 2.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what was no, scrap that.
Oh.
I'd go The Impossible 1,
Uh-huh.
Shrek 2,
Uh-huh.
La La Land 3,
Okay.
Wall-E 4, Barbie 5. If I got to see them first.
Yeah.
But I didn't, so.
You didn't.
No. So Barbie's my favourite film ever.
Fair enough.
Do you know which one I wanted? I wanted Prisoners. Have you ever watched it?
I've not watched Prisoners, no. I saw it on the list and I was debating putting it on there, but I haven't watched it.
As you were reading them out, I was like, he's going to choose the ones that he like semi-knows. And as I was like, waiting for Prisoners, I was like, I actually know he's not going to say Prisoners because he won't know it.
Yeah, why did you like Prisoners? What's so good about it?
Ryan Gosling. Not Ryan Gosling.
That's crazy. Ryan Gosling in Prisoners.
Not Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
So I wanted to
Good
like
actor.
him.
He's a good actor.
He's like one of my favourite actors ever. And he's in it. And it's just very well done. I even though I know the ending, I've watched it about 10 times. Like, it's so good.
I have so many films like that.
I feel like... Yeah.
Have you watched Inception?
Yes.
That's my Prisoners.
That's your
I can watch that movie over and over. We're gonna start to bring this episode to a close, but what I want to ask you is, obviously you spoke about producing and all that kind of stuff. Is that what you want to carry on doing? Once we finish uni, we're almost done.
Coming to an end.
Very close. So yeah, once you finish uni, or is there anything else that you want to kind of explore?
Well, I want to go travelling straight after uni. Like, well, not straight after, because I've got to save money on that.
No money whatsoever in the bank.
No, so I don't know what I'm travelling with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to go travelling. So I kind of want to, like, I feel like everyone does, like, want to try out the influencer lifestyle, you know? Like, I want to make, like, travel videos. Like, I want to be, like, because even, I didn't actually say this, I wanted to be a YouTuber when I was very, very young, and I made football YouTube videos for my friend.
Yeah.
And that's really embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
Because I'm not good at football. We used to have,
Are
like,
you not part of a football team?
Yeah, but we used to like clickbait and be like, world's best footballer.
Yeah, first, yeah.
So I want to try a bit of like traveling videos. Like, obviously you'd have to use TikTok and stuff nowadays as well. But even if that did well, I'd still want to come back and do podcasts.
You started doing like, so on TikTok you started doing like food stuff, innit?
I did. I started doing like day in the life type things when I was doing 75 hours.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
deleted all the videos yesterday.
Actually.
I like archived them.
Oh, that's funny. So you can start again. You can repost it. Oh, that is hilarious.
Start 11 days in.
That is so funny. That is so funny. And when you were gonna do like a food podcast as well, weren't you?
Yeah, and then no one wanted to be on it.
I wanted to be on it. I got really excited as well. I was like, you know, and I said your whole like archive of my photos of my food.
I've got like a whole folder on my laptop of like I had like different sections in it. So I had rate the plate, which is going to show a picture of someone else's meal, and you had to like rate what was on it because some people sent like some awful meals. And then food quiz, which I did for you the other day. Do you remember?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
when we were
yes,
doing the
yes,
party thing.
yes, yeah. I remember.
I had blind taste testing. So you'd have to like taste different things. I had I was obviously going to do them all in one episode, but like just to differentiate, I had branded, non-branded taste testing. Didn't do any of it.
It seems like you have a very good structure for it.
Thanks.
And I would say that you should try and get it done.
I do want to. Maybe that's what I can do when I come back from travelling, make it properly. Because I was just going to make it like just put a camera up and that, but I could actually like do it properly.
Yeah, no, because we've been with a couple of my guests. We've been speaking about just kind of getting content out there.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, I spoke with Charlie before. He was like, "There's always." Oh, I think it might have been me who said this. I don't know why I'm giving him credit. I said, you know, there's always someone out there who is gonna want to see your content.
Yeah. Audience for everything.
Yeah. So like, well, actually, Charlie did say this. He was like, you know, it's sometimes it's hard because some people can post the most random stuff like a cat or like someone falling down, and then like it goes absolutely viral. But then when you actually put a lot of effort into something, and like you have like a whole structure or something that you want to do, and then when you post it and then it doesn't get enough recognition, or the recognition for the amount of effort that you put into it, it kind of brings you down a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, we were talking about like just kind of getting your content out there and
That's
just
the thing. 'Cause I feel like nowadays, especially with like TikTok and stuff, you don't actually have to make good content. quote unquote, so it doesn't have to be like creatively done well.
and like top
As
quality.
long-
Yeah.
As long as like the content's good. It's like George Clarkey. He started just from videoing himself going around his garage trying to find a beat and going to the shops and buying a reduced mail. Now look at him playing at Wembley.
Yeah, it's
Like-
crazy. Yeah.
He didn't put any like thought into, oh, we're gonna put this camera here, I'm gonna put this light here. He just clicked record and did it.
And just did it and shared it. And
Yeah.
yeah.
But, like, especially with that type of content as well, it's a lot about personality. So as long as you get your personality out there, like, which I guess is good because it means it's easier to get more content out.
Mm-hmm.
But then also it's harder because there's more, it has to get filtered through more to actually like do well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think just you got to just get out there and consistently post.
Get it out there and
Get it seen, you know?
trust in your
Ability.
trust in your craft, your creativity, because there is a space for you to put your stuff out there.
There is.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that is all for today. So thank you very much, Megan, for joining me today. It's been very lovely to speak to you. Very interesting as well.
Thanks.
Yeah, did well. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us on the show. Thank you, Megan, again for joining the Talk Show. And be sure to join me again with another guest at some point. But for now, thank you very much.
Bye. Bye-bye.